right, awesome. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tremaine Wills. I am a financial planner and investment advisor. I own a company called Mind Over Money. We're on a mission to help 1 million people grow their invested assets to $1 million or more. We do that through comprehensive financial planning, investment advice, teaching and promoting financial literacy, like segments like this. Um, One other thing that I need to make people aware of is that I do speaking and consulting. And so, actually, later today, I'm going to speak at an event to talk about finance. So, if you have an organization or your employer could benefit from a workshop or a talk about financial literacy, personal finance, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to come engage in that way. So, yeah, if you want to help me spread this message, feel free to share this live stream on whatever platform you're tuning in from. If you want to be notified of the next time I go live so that you don't miss it, where I'm answering another question, you can turn the notifications on and follow on whatever platform you are watching so that you can tune in live and jump into these comments. Hey, Alita, thanks for joining. So yeah, this is questions that need answers. Today, the question that we're going to answer is, what is a SEP IRA, SEP IRA? If you don't know what SEP means, it's a simplified employee pension. IRA is individual retirement account. So I'm going to talk about what that is, why you should have one, what are some of the consequences of not having one, and what you can do to take next steps. So, always before I forget, if you are a self-employed person who does not have a retirement plan and you want to know your options, you can schedule a free discovery call with me. You can text call CALL to the number 757-300-5715. And if you are tuning in on Instagram, just comment call CALL and you'll get a message to schedule that free session. So if you are a small business owner and you don't have retirement savings, you don't have a plan in place that you're actively contributing to, you can set up that free call. And so after I talk about some of the things today, that might be something you want to take advantage of. But I wanted to mention it before I forgot. So, simplified employee pension. It is a type of account that allows you to set money aside for retirement. And so if you are working traditionally with a W-2, you probably are familiar with your 401k plan, or if you are in the education system, you might have a 403b, but there is some sort of retirement structure that allows you to put money away specifically for retirement purposes, right? So many of us actively contribute to those things, but business owners, we sometimes drag our feet in doing what we need to do so that we are prepared for retirement. And so a simplified employee pension, individual retirement account, SEP IRA, is a strategy that you can use to set up as a self-employed person to help prepare yourself for retirement. There are 34% of entrepreneurs that have no retirement savings. And that is dangerous, right? Because what it does is it opens us up to exposure that we have no choice but to continue working or to drastically reduce our quality of life in retirement so that we are able to live off of just what Social Security is paying. And if you are among the group of majority business owners who don't make over $100,000 a year, that Social Security, it might not be looking very nice, right? And so what you want to do is protect yourself from having to reduce your quality of living, having to cut back, and not be able to do anything really that you want to do in retirement, and prepare by putting money away, right? So that's why it's important to start planning for our future to make sure that we are taking advantage of the income that we are producing and generating more assets with it, right? And this goes for anybody, not just business owners, right? Because we do this when we work for other people too. But business owners right now I'm speaking to specifically is that you're in danger of doing all this hard work and not having anything in your retirement years to show for it, right? And sometimes we think, oh, I'm just going to sell the business, which is a great idea, right? If you have that exit strategy in place, that's perfect. But realistically, only 30 to 40% of businesses that get listed to sell actually sell. So you need to have a specific strategy in place that's going to ensure that all this work that you've been doing over these years does not go down the drain. Okay. And so creating that retirement structure, starting to put some of that money away while you have the income so that it can work for you, get that compound interest, all of those great things is important. And a SEP IRA is one of the ways that you do it. It's also beneficial for you because it is paid by the company. So a lot of times business owners are looking for opportunities to reduce taxable income. And putting money into a SEP IRA is one of those ways that you can help out, because this is an expense that is covered by the business, right? You as the individual, you can't make contributions to this, but the business puts the money into the account. So if you do not have a retirement vehicle and you are a solopreneur, or you are a partnered team, you and your spouse are owners in the business, this could be a very ideal situation for you because you can put money into this account from the business. Now, if you're a business owner who has lots of employees, this might not be the best option for you, because one of the cons to this is that if you start a SEP IRA for yourself, you have to start one for everybody who qualifies in the business. And if you have lots of employees, that could get relatively expensive quickly. But for small and mighty, lean teams, right, this could be a great way to start with that retirement savings. So again, if you have questions about this and you want to know what your options are, even if you don't want a SEP IRA, you want to know what other retirement vehicles you can set up for your business, you can text call CALL to 757-300-5715, and we'll have a free discovery call to talk about what options you have. And if you're on Instagram, you can just drop call right in the chat, and you'll get a message from me to schedule that free session. But it's important that you are planning, that you know what the exit is going to be, you know how you're going to take care of yourself in retirement, because even though you love what you do now, there's going to be a point where you need to stop, right? You need to have the option to let your money work for you and pay you so that you can enjoy your retirement, okay? And not need to rely on the income coming in from the business. So for 2023, the contribution limits for a SEP IRA is $66,000. Or 25% of your compensation. So if you only made $100,000, you can't put in 66. You can put in 25. But it's still a really good way to start to get ready for retirement. Okay, so we have some questions. How about for part-time employees? It depends, right? There are some different qualifications that part-time employees may qualify. So it depends. If you have more questions, get on that free call with me. Again, you're on Instagram, so you can comment CALL. You'll get a link from me. So we can talk about that deeper. But it's important that you have something in place and you're able to leverage some of the benefits of the tax code, right? A lot of these retirement structures are beneficial to us, not only because they help us in retirement, but also because there are incentivized opportunities by the government. Anytime the government creates a vehicle for us where it improves our, it reduces our tax liability, if we qualify for it and it makes sense for us, that's something we want to take advantage of, because the government essentially is telling us, these are the things that we are in alignment with. These are the things that we want you to do. We're going to give you some incentive to participate. So not only does it help you save on taxes, it's good for you to be able to put money away for retirement. And this is one of those vehicles, right? Asking how much you can contribute to. Yes, so you can put 25% of your compensation, up to 25% of your compensation, with a cap of $66,000 into your SEP IRA. And this is for 2023 contribution limits. Every year, there's an adjustment to how much you can put into some of these different vehicles, right? So if you've been in the workforce for a while, you probably remember when, just a few years ago, the contribution limits for a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA was $6,000. And then recently it increased to $6,500, right? And so every year, right, and part of this is connected to inflation, the amount that we can put in these accounts increases. But a lot of us like to ask what the limits are, and then we're not even putting, a fraction of what those limits are to take advantage. And so even if you don't have the capacity to max it out every single year, it is in your best interest, usually, right, to take advantage of these accounts in some capacity, right? So I can't give everybody blanket advice and say you need to max it out, right? Because it truly depends on your situation. But if you know this is something that is in alignment with where you want to go, you need to take advantage of it, even if you can't max it out right now, currently, right? So that contribution limit for 2023 for the SEP is $66,000. It is paid 100% by the employer, so the money comes from the business. This is not something that you pay yourself from the business and then you put in from your personal account. That's not what the SEP IRA is. This is paid from the business. Okay. So, and that's one of the different distinctions about the SEP IRA and like creating like a solo 401k, right? Because if you're a single, a solopreneur, you can also set up a solo 401k where you can make contributions on behalf of the business, and then some of the contributions could come on your behalf as the employee, right? But that's not how the SEP works. The SEP contributions are only made by the employer. Employees are restricted from putting money into this account. All right, so that is the SEP IRA, SEP IRA. It is for business owners to create. If you have a business and you have made at least $700 and you have paid yourself at least $750, and you are at least 21 years old, this might be something that could benefit you. All right. And if you want to know more about it, you have deeper questions, and you want to know how it can apply to you and your business, you can text, call CALL to 757-300-5715, and you'll get a message to sign up for a free discovery call. All right. And then if you're watching on Instagram, you can drop CALL in the comments or DM, and you'll get a free session, a free discovery call there as well. This is good info. I set one up 3 years ago. Game changer. Excellent. See y'all, proof, right? Proof that this is something that you should consider. Thanks for sharing that. It's always helpful when I'm teaching a concept and then there's somebody who has actually implemented it, that can co-sign that it is a useful tool, right? So this was awesome. I'm happy that I was able to drop a gem for you today. Tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to circle back and answer another question that needs an answer. If you enjoyed this, share it. If you'd like to stay tuned for more questions that need answers, be sure to turn on those notifications so that you get notified when I am live. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Did y'all enjoy this TikTok? I had a good time. See y'all tomorrow. All right, so all my other platforms, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been fun.